Hey, I'm Peter, and welcome back to Books for Thoughts, where we break down life-changing books into focused insights to help you think sharper, live better, and grow one idea at a time. Today's book takes a different approach to money. It's not about spreadsheets, charts, or the latest investment trends. It's about behavior, emotion, perspective. It's called The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel, and it reminds us that how we think about money matters more than how much we know about it. We like to think money is a numbers game: add, subtract, invest, repeat. But Housel argues the truth is much messier. Money is emotional, it's psychological, and no two people see it the same way. Why? Because we all come from different backgrounds. We grew up with different beliefs, privileges, traumas, and stories. Someone who grew up during the Great Depression sees money differently than someone raised in the boom of the 1990s. A person who watched their parents lose everything in a market crash may be more conservative than someone who got rich off crypto. Same market, same data, but two completely different financial behaviors. That's the heart of this book. Money isn't just about math, it's about behavior. One of Housel's most powerful ideas is this: doing well with money has little to do with how smart you are and a lot to do with how you behave. You can be a math genius and still go broke. You can have a modest salary and become wealthy. Why? Because wealth isn't just what you earn, it's what you keep. And that comes down to habits, mindset, and patience. Think about lottery winners who lose it all within years, or athletes who go bankrupt after multi-million dollar careers. Financial success is less about IQ and more about self-control, long-term thinking, and humility. Another central theme is the role of luck and risk. We love to believe success comes from skill, but often luck plays a massive role in our careers, investments, and timing. Bill Gates is brilliant, but he also had access to a computer at age 13 in 1968, something incredibly rare at the time. Would he still be successful without that early access? Probably, but maybe not that successful. And risk is the other side of the coin. You can make all the right decisions and still lose money because the world is unpredictable. Housel's advice: don't judge yourself or others too harshly. Success isn't always proof of skill. Failure isn't always proof of foolishness. Every one of us carries a story about money. It's not always conscious, but it's always there. Maybe your story is: money means safety. Money makes me worthy. Money is hard to come by. Money is power. These stories shape how we save, spend, invest, and take risks. They influence whether we feel confident or afraid, greedy or generous, impulsive or patient. The key is to become aware of your story, because you can't change the way you think about money until you understand the script you've been living by. One of the most surprising takeaways from the psychology of money is that how much you save matters more than how much you earn. It's counterintuitive. We're taught to chase higher salaries, better jobs, bigger paychecks. But Housel reminds us, wealth is what you don't see. You can drive a luxury car and be broke. You can live modestly and be wealthy. Income is flashy, savings are quiet, and because savings are invisible, they're easy to overlook, even though they're what build true freedom. You don't need a huge income to grow wealthy. You need consistency, discipline, and patience. Comparison is a killer, especially with money. Husserl warns about the trap of relative wealth. The idea that no matter how much you have, you'll always feel poor compared to someone richer. There's always someone with more: a bigger house, a faster car, a higher net worth. And when we base our self-worth on comparison, we end up chasing things we don't actually need, just to feel like we're keeping up. The solution? Define your own version of enough. Measure success by your own values, not someone else's highlight reel. In a world that glorifies excess, Housel introduces a radical idea. Knowing when you have enough is a superpower. He shares a story of a hedge fund manager who made hundreds of millions, but lost it all because he couldn't stop gambling for more. Meanwhile, a janitor named Ronald Red quietly amassed over $8 million dollars by living below his means, investing consistently, and never overreaching. The lesson? Being content isn't a weakness, it's a financial strategy. Knowing what's enough for you protects you from greed, burnout, and risky behavior. Because if more is never enough, you'll never stop chasing. Housel says it best. Spending money to show people how much money you have is the fastest way to have less money. The problem is we confuse wealth with visible success. Nice cars, designer clothes, big houses. But those things don't build wealth. They consume it. Real wealth is invisible. It's the money not spent, the emergency fund, the compounding investments, the quiet independence. To build wealth, you have to value what you don't flaunt. It's not about impressing others. It's about securing your future. Many people obsess over the perfect financial strategy. Should I invest in index funds or real estate? What about crypto? Should I time the market? Housel argues it's not about finding the perfect plan. It's about finding a good enough plan you can stick with, because sticking with it is what actually builds results. The best strategy is useless if it doesn't match your personality, risk tolerance, and lifestyle. Success comes not from having the most complex system, but from having the discipline to stay consistent when things get boring, volatile, or uncertain. There's one ingredient that amplifies everything in personal finance: time. Housel points to Warren Buffett, one of the richest people in the world, not because of sky-high returns, but because he's been investing consistently for over 80 years. That's the real secret. Start early, stay in. Let compounding do the rest. If you can master patience, you give your money space to grow. Without needing to chase every trend or prediction, time rewards the discipline, not the brilliant, not the bold, just the consistent. So what does the psychology of money really teach us? That building wealth has less to do with spreadsheets and more to do with self-awareness, patience, and behavior. It's not about getting rich fast. It's about making wise choices, staying grounded, and understanding your own relationship with money. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be honest with your habits, your goals, and your definition of enough. If this message resonated with you, consider picking up The Psychology of Money and supporting the author, because the full book offers dozens of timeless lessons that can reshape the way you think, spend, and save. And if you found this breakdown valuable, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more 10-minute wisdom from books that empower you to think clearly and live fully. Until next time, stay patient, stay intentional, and let your money reflect your values.